Lat pull-downs and pull-ups both work, well, the lats, obviously, but also the rear delts, traps and rhomboids to no small extent, and where one is easily scalable and one has a high barrier to entry, it begs the question, will lat pull-downs help with pull-ups? And the short answer is yes, but the more nuanced answer is yeah, but maybe not as much as you might think. To keep the scope of today's discussion narrow, I'm going to assume that this question, do lat pull-downs help with pull-ups, is being asked from the perspective of somebody learning how to pull up in the first place, or at least in the beginner phases of working towards them. And while lat pull-downs will work much the same muscles as a pull-up will, in the pull-down machine we lock our legs in place, sit in a comfy seat and apply force to what is essentially a loaded pulley. South of the ribs there is very little for us to do, but with the pull-up we have to create all of this stability ourselves. Bring the feet together, squeeze the glutes, brace the core, and on each rep we have a job to stop ourselves from swinging all over the shop. More of our effort and therefore energy is diverted away from the main action, namely pulling ourselves up, and instead goes towards plugging all of these energy leaks. For this reason, an argument could be made that if we wanted to build a bigger back, the lat pull down is the more effective exercise at achieving this. I mean, most could get far higher volume and far higher rep quality on a pull down machine than they ever could dream to on a pull up bar. Moreover, because of the ease with how we can alter pull downs, it makes the lat pull down a great tool for conditioning or rehabbing joints to get us ready for the demands of an exercise like the pull up. But there is one glaring elephant in the room that we haven't mentioned so far yet on this video, and that is strength to weight ratio. Somebody who can move ridiculous weight in absolute terms may struggle when the task comes to moving their own body weight through space. And just to emphasize this point further, just because we can lat pull down our body weight doesn't necessarily mean that we can do a pull-up. We have probably all seen the situation where the completely jacked guy in the gym can't hold a torch to the skinny dude in the gym when it comes to pull-ups. And we could pack on all the back muscles that we want in the world from doing lat pull downs, and it would help to some extent. Bigger muscles do produce more force. But if we want to get better at pull-ups, we do have to do pull-ups, at least eventually. This is one of the fundamental principles of strength training, namely specificity. The said principle, so specific adaptation to imposed demands, dictates that we reap the benefits and so adaptations that the changes in environmental stimulus demand of our body. This is literally like our body telling us that we get what we paid for, and the better we want to get at something, the closer we need to train to that aspirational goal that we're pushing for. And a lat pull down machine helps with pull-ups in the same way that a walk to the shops might help you run a marathon. We're using the same muscles, but it's debatable on how applicable it will be. That being said, use lat pull downs to your advantage. Worse than perfect is still better than nothing. And here I've got to add that it's really important that we take ego completely out of the equation, because a high quality lat pull down is always going to be better than a shitty pull up. But if we do want to optimize for pull ups, we've got to be conscious that we're also using other pull up progressions in conjunction with pull downs, if that's what we enjoy doing, as part of a comprehensive program. And if you want to check out how every pull up progression stacks against each other, then check out this video right here.